Today, I'm going to talk mainly up front about my Kentucky trip. I went to visit my good friend Glenn Quiggins in Kentucky, which is close to Berea, where he grew up. Glenn has had an amazing life. Other than living in Berea, I mean, he toured in Young American Showcase. He lived in L.A. for quite a while, lived in Belize for quite a while, and returned to his ancestral home of Berea, Kentucky, actually well outside of Berea in a very rural, hard to reach, hard to find location. I mean, his nearest neighbor's like way over there or like way over there. And he's secluded, to say the least. He and his lady have a lovely home and invited me to come over because they live right on the edge of the Daniel Boone Forest, which is said to be part of the Kentucky anomaly. The Daniel Boone Forest is very, very rich in quartz, and perhaps because of that attracts a lot of UFO activity. And we're typically talking about the glowing orbs that just hang in the sky, colors change, and they can grow larger, smaller. They can be large orbs where smaller orbs come out of them. And they tend to come out after dusk when it's almost completely dark and then linger around for a couple of hours over the trees in the Daniel Boone Forest. So he invited me over to see this because he says they appear every night. The unfortunate thing is, of the 3 nights I stayed there, only the second night was actually very clear, where we could get an excellent view of the sky. And out there where it's so rural, and he turns off the lights, and it is a beautiful view of the stars. I did see something. We did observe something for a good, hour and a half, a single orb, along with many much dimmer, fast-moving objects that were going all directions, not just, if there were satellites, you'd expect them to come from the east and go towards the west. But no, these were fast-moving objects, many of them. We probably saw 15 to 20 of those things. But let's just go right to the video I shot of the one orb that we observed. Let's use this one right here. This is a short video with voice.
This is our little buddy tonight. We've been tracking this thing for well over an hour. And it is the brightest object in the sky. It does not, sorry, I'm having a hard time holding my hand still.
Yes, you are.
It itself does not sit still. It moves around. It goes left, right, up, down, sometimes in circles. And if you look carefully, you can see it changing colors right now. It's got that iridescent kind of glow to it. I'm going to try to focus it better here. Can't really get any better than that. And that is an orb because it would have moved with the stars over the last hour and a half that we've been tracking it. And it's just been hanging there the entire time we've been out here tonight. Not moving except for its little movements that it does. And we have seen a whole bunch of fast-moving objects, not nearly as bright, but just fast-moving small objects in the sky tonight. And they're not all going one direction. Some go north, south, east, west. They are not airplanes. They have no identifying lights, and they're moving too fast to be airplanes. So we've seen probably 20 of those tonight, along with this little guy right here.
So that's the end of that. However, I did take a lot of still pictures where my camera, I have the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and the still pictures, I can get a much closer zoom on those. So we'll show those to you now, and you'll just know that, of course, they're very blurry because these things are glowing quite intensely. But the purpose of these is just to show you the changing colors, the ever-changing colors of these things, these orbs. Look at that. Pretty bizarre, huh? Almost like an alien face there. And yeah, that's about it.
This is our little buddy tonight.
Oh, let's stop that. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. And then the fast movers, I couldn't really get video of those. They were a little too dim. They were dimmer than the stars, whereas this orb was brighter than all the stars. We didn't see the big orb that Glenn usually sees at night. It wasn't out that night, but we did see this one, and very impressive indeed. The fast-moving objects, again, were much more dim and just pinpoints of light, but they did move across the sky from horizon to horizon. And they would come from different directions, just all over the place. No pattern to it whatsoever. Definitely not satellites. Very fast moving. I would say they could go from horizon to horizon in less than a minute, probably more like 30 to 45 seconds. And also not moving completely straight. There would be, some of them would have a wobble to them. Some of them would have a little bit of a curve to them as they were moving across, but we saw a bunch of those. So what do you think of that? Let me know in the comments.